Hey everybody, it's Lisa from Middle Sister Tarot. It's Thursday, April 27th, 2023, and I am here with a little reading for us. I hope you're all staying grounded, hydrated, all the things, and I went ahead and pulled a few cards for us, and we'll just get right into it to try to keep this short and sweet. So, for this moment, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, and we have the Daughter of Swords. Okay, so this is an interesting reading. It feels very much like this kind of moment that we're in. It is still eclipse season, and it kind of feels like we're in this like convergence of a lot of different eras of ourselves and timelines. So it's almost like this convergence of past, present, and future all kind of coming together to create a shift. And what this reading is kind of speaking to is a little bit of like the feeling that we might still be feeling. There might still be a very strong sense of kind of chaos, like quiet chaos and fatigue, and kind of a confusing mix of agency and activation and depletion and kind of like a restlessness or almost like a rudderlessness, like an aimlessness, that is part of this kind of culmination and this meeting of all these kind of different elements that are coming together. So the message I'm getting kind of just overall with this reading is that, you know, it is a really important time to just kind of still continue to just kind of release and allow. Sleep is super important right now. That's coming through very clearly. If you are feeling extra tired, and I know some of us are, if you are feeling compelled to just like go to sleep during the day for a little while, or go to bed way earlier than you're used to, or sleep way later than you're accustomed to, and you're able to kind of just allow that to happen, lean into that. Not all of us have that luxury. Most of us have things that we have to do that, you know, we can't always sleep on demand, but there's a lot of good work happening during our sleep right now, it feels like. So that's just one thing. And then as much as we can resist kind of I don't know, pushing ourselves in ways that feel really exhausting, and that's coming through in this reading. So we'll get to that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but the Nine of Pentacles showing up here first. This very much is the energy that I feel like we're being asked to kind of lean into right now. So Pentacles are earth energy. This depiction is these beautiful feathers that have been placed to surround and kind of protect and hold these nine pentacles. It's almost like, it makes me think like well-feathered nest. And pentacles do have to do sometimes with our homes, our bodies, our money, the things we've built in this life, the kind of 3D things that we can create, and you know, material things often. And the Nine of Pentacles, this feels very much like a reminder to stay connected with all that you have built for yourself. If you find yourself kind of spinning down into worry about what's next or what you don't have, pause and see if you can reframe and come back to, what do you have now? What have you built for yourself? What have you allowed for yourself and created for yourself that maybe wasn't even available to you 6 months ago or a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever it is? Most of us through a lot of pain and struggle, have created situations, resources, frameworks for ourselves that we are just now starting to be able to kind of lean into and reap the benefits of. And I think this is just a good reminder to kind of stay attuned to that, because it also is the kind of thing where sometimes when we, do have progress in the way that we are building things for ourselves, taking care of ourselves, we very quickly kind of forget that we've done that and we are on to the next thing. So really lean into this feeling of how have you kind of created your well-feathered nest. It doesn't necessarily have to be your home, but like, your life in general, like what pentacles have you kind of put at the center and built this kind of nest around to start building the life that you want for yourself, knowing that of course we might not be fully arrived there. Is there ever a full arrival? I don't know, but that really trying to stay attuned to what we have and what we have made for ourselves is really important right now. Then, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Daughter of Swords. So Ten of Wands are fire energy. It's often associated with action, passion, things we're doing and moving forward. It's like a very much like an active energy. And Ten of Wands is often about burnout. It's about overwhelm. It's about taking on so much that like you're buckling under the weight. And a lot of times it can be kind of self-inflicted, where we feel like we have to do it all. We have to carry it all. We have to keep taking on more and more, or not put down what we've been carrying for too long that we shouldn't be carrying anymore. And the fact that it's coming up in reverse, I feel like, again, this is just like a reminder of progress. Like we're done with that kind of overwhelm. We're done with that kind of burnout. And if you find yourself kind of gravitating back towards patterns or habits of pushing yourself to the point of burnout and overwhelm, it's a good time to remember we have already learned that that does not serve us. We have already learned that in ways that that are kind of non-negotiable. So if you find yourself slipping back in that way, just remind yourself, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. We're prioritizing our rest and our kind of, staying attuned to the work and responsibilities at hand that are serving us in a healthier way. Knowing that we don't have to do it all at once. We don't have to carry things for other people. We don't have to keep ourselves in a state of overwhelm and burnout in order to feel like we are being productive members of society. That's not what we're doing anymore. That rest that like might be coming up, the need to sleep and rest, is probably more important than many of the wands that we might have been carrying and burdening ourselves with, until we learn that that doesn't really serve us. So just a reminder that, we're not doing that anymore right now. So yeah, or ever, hopefully, but of course, these energies kind of come in and out of our lives regularly. And then with the Daughter of Swords, I think this is kind of, this is the energy we're kind of being asked to sit in. We're being reminded that we're not carrying too many, we're not overburdening ourselves anymore. And the result of that is that we have new space opening up, and we are trying out new ways of communicating. We're trying out new ways of thinking about things. We are getting comfortable with the air up there, the air here. I was thinking about this old Bangles song, The Air Up There, that just popped into my head. But we're getting used to what it feels like in this new space, where again, we're very close to being able to kind of like really reap the energetic benefits of all the shifts and changes we have undergone in the last couple of years. So, the Daughter of Swords, this is about new ideas, new ways of thinking about things. It's about communicating in a way that feels more clear and concise and kind of energetically aligned. So, when we're moving from this space, we're not like taking on all this other stuff. We're in a very kind of newly cleared space. We're trying out some new ways of doing, thinking, speaking, communicating. And what's going to come of that is kind of new opportunities and new kind of generative sparks, okay? But know that right now this is kind of I don't want to use the word small as in kind of like a negative way, but like this is kind of in little energy that we're like playing with, and knowing that if you are not, moving in the kind of big strides that you had envisioned for yourself right now, that's totally fine. We need to leave space right now for kind of the universe to do its work, because there's a lot of just general energetic shifts happening. That's why that like sleep is important. There's a lot of things moving and turning in outside of our consciousness right now. So if we can just kind of stay attuned to kind of how's it feeling with the little bit of clarity that we are beginning to kind of move in and move from, now that we've set down a lot of wands, we have feathered our nests, and we're getting used to this feeling. Now, all of this to say, this feels like it might be a very uncomfortable time for a lot of us. So if you're feeling just kind of weird and uncomfortable, I think you're not alone. And I would say, to myself and to everyone else, if this is resonating with you, rest, stretching and movement is really important. Staying hydrated, and not just hydrated, but like flushed through, is really important. And anywhere you're feeling kind of stagnant or overwhelmed or burnout in your body or your mental space, maybe see what you can do to kind of move that energy, clear that energy, and then get into this, air up there kind of energy if you can. All right, so I hope this is helpful. The oracle card for the week is Patience. So again, I think a lot of us want to be moving faster than we are, and it's just a good time to really honor whatever pace your body is setting, because I think that our bodies are helping us like kind of wait out this period, and maybe saying, hey, you shouldn't be moving too fast right now, so we're going to make you really tired. So patience is really being called for right now, which is funny. I've been sending out a little weekly newsletter with some channeled messages, and patience was the theme this past week. So this is definitely coming up a lot. So, if you're in a place where you're enjoying the high spring blooms and blossoms, maybe just lean into that, and ask for some patience from the flowers and the trees, because it's not always easy to lean into this energy. All right, that's what I have for you. Sending you all lots of love and a big hug, and I will see you again soon. Bye.